Hello and welcome to my Crafty Cronie channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous blanket. It's a lovely stitch, really simple for beginners. Only a couple of stitches in it, so anybody could make this one. It's really adaptable. I've made this one in lovely rainbow colours, nice pastel unicorn rainbow colours. You can make it any colour you like. It is a really effective stitch in any colour. To show you how simple it is. Isn't that lovely? Right, we're going to get busy and I'm going to show you how to make one of these for yourself. For your blanket, you're going to need a 7.5 or 8mm crochet hook, and you're going to need double knit yarn, and I used 2 strands of yarn at once. And the reason I do that is because I find it makes the blanket so much softer and squidgier and just lovely. If you use a chunky wool, it's just not as soft as this, so use 2 yarns at once. So we're going to make a slip knot to get started, and the way I do it, I do a diagonal across my fingers, and then a straight one, and a diagonal, and then I get the hook under and up, catch that side, pull it through and pull it tight, and that's me ready to get started. I'm going to do a sample size just to show you the stitch and how quickly it works up. So I'm going to do 20 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Oops, that's off. So got 20 chains. The blanket I made, the rainbow blanket, I used 88 chains and it came out at 30 inches wide. So you have to think about how big or small you want your blanket to be and adjust the amount of chains at the start. As long as it's always a multiple of 2, you'll be fine. Okay, so the first row is all half double crochet, and I'm going to work in the 3rd chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, I'm going to go in here, and you have a yarn over and pick up 2 bits of yarn, yarn over, pull it through, and you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. That is a half double crochet. We'll do another one, so yarn over, catch 2 yarns, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, and again, so yarn over, catch 2 on your hook, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, into your chain, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, and so on. I'm going to continue to the ends. Feel free to pause or fast forward if you wish. Okay, we're down to the last stitch and we just finish that with another half double crochet. And every row starts and finishes with a half double crochet. You're going to chain one and you're going to turn your work. Okay, so hopefully it looks like this. Row 2 is the main pattern, and we start, as I say, and finish every row with a half double crochet. So we're going to go into here, okay, and then we're going to skip a stitch and go into the second stitch, and you're going to go in with a single crochet. Just pop your hook through the gap, pull through a loop, and you've got 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again, pull through both loops, yarn over. We're going to do a half double crochet in the same gap. Okay, and we're going to skip the next stitch and go into the following stitch with a single crochet and a half double crochet. Skip a stitch into the next stitch with a single crochet and a half double crochet. Skip a stitch, single crochet and a half double. Skip, single crochet, half double. Skip, single crochet and a half double. Skip, single crochet and a half double. Skip, single crochet and a half double. Okay, we're down to our last stitch, and it's always a half double crochet, and you're going to catch 4 bits of yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, and do a half double crochet at the very end, and then chain 1 and turn your work, and hopefully yours looks like this. I'm getting a nice pretty star shape develop. You can see that? It's lovely. Okay, next row, always start and finish with a half double crochet. Okay, and we're going to work in the gaps that we created on the last row. We're skipping a stitch, we're putting a single crochet in the first gap and a double crochet in the same gap. Not a double crochet, I beg your pardon, a half double crochet. I'll confuse you all. So into the next gap, a single crochet followed by a half double crochet in the same space. Skip a stitch, next gap, single crochet and a half double crochet, and it's exactly the same all the way along. And that actually is all there is to this pattern. It's so easy and it grows really quickly. Okay, so we're coming up to the last stitch again, and we're looking to catch 4 loops and a half double crochet. Like that, and then a chain 1. And this is hopefully what you're getting. It's very pretty and have nice straight edges. If you catch the 4 loops correctly, you'll have nice straight edges in there. So I'm going to do one more row, and then I'm going to show you how to change colour. If you wanted to add another colour to your pattern, make some stripes or not, just have one colour all the way through, that's fine as well. So I'll see you at the end of this row. Go ahead and fast forward if you want to speed up. Okay, come up to the last stitch now, and you need to have your next colour ready. I'm going to choose this nice yellow. This is going to be my next stripe. So you do most of the last stitch in, you have one colour, I've got pink, and the very last loop of this stitch you're going to do in your new colour. So it's yarn over, catch all 4 yarns, pull through a loop. Now I've missed a yarn, so I'm going to go back in. So this very last loop that you pull through all 3, you change it to your new colour. So I'm going to do another slip knot. And the last loop is your new colour, which will pull through, and you'll sew in these ends later on. Get rid of your tail, and you're just using your working yarn, and you're going to do your chain 1 that you always do, but now in your new colour. Okay, hopefully you see that, and your colour's in a nice finished edge, and then it jumps to your new colour. So I'm going to turn your work, and as always is a half double crochet in the first stitch. Alright, and then we're going to resume the pattern. So in the big gap there, you're going to go single crochet, and then half double crochet, miss a stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, and so on, exactly the same as before. up to the end. I'm going to catch 4 loops. Chain 1 and turn your work. Okay, there, starting to grow nicely. I'm going to work another couple of rows and I'll see you back then. So I've come to the end of this row and I'm going to show you how to do the last row. So you're on a chain 1 and the last row it's going to be half double crochet stitches all the way along in every stitch. You're not skipping a stitch this time, and you're going to make it match the starting row, and it gives it a nice neat finish as well. Very easy to do. Okay. So that's us finished our last row. I'm going to pull through a loop. I'm going to cut it off. Pull that through and just pull the knot a wee bit tighter. So that's my sample, and you need to just decide how wide you want and how tall you want. My rainbow blanket was 42 inches long and 30 inches wide. You just decide how many stitches you want for what size of blanket you want. So I'm going to show you how to sew in these tails. Kind of pick which side you like. I like this. I think this looks a bit better on this side. There's not an awful lot of difference. So I'm going to hide the tails on this side, and just going to get both yarns through my needle. And I'm just going to hide it in amongst other stitches. And I like to go back on myself when I'm doing the tails. It's much less likely to come out if you actually go back on yourself as well. Okay. So just cut that off there. Do our pink ones. Just threading them along and sort of through bits of yarn, it makes it stick more. change direction a couple of times. And so on and so forth until all your tails are gone. And that's it. A really easy pattern, really effective stitch. I love it, and it's super soft because we're using the 2 yarns, and there's not many babies wouldn't like to snuggle into that, or adults as well, to be fair. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial. Hopefully see you for the next one. Bye bye.